Hello, my name is Lee Mallon and welcome to ml.run Academy. In this episode today, we're going to go through how to create an AI-generated trailer. Similar to the What is Impossible advert we created, this one is going to be around a hotel in space, bringing together 4 different products for image generation, video generation, audio generation, and script generation. So let's get to it. I've already created all the assets for this. I'll just walk you through the steps just because it can take a few minutes for each one to generate. So first up we're going to go with is ChatGPT. So ChatGPT, if you're not familiar with it, is a way for you to, using natural language, generate text for a multitude of different things. But in this case, we're going to be generating a script for our video. So here I start off with, and all I do is I just say, we want a script for an advert in the style of Apple Nike that's about reaching for the stars and traveling to space on a hotel holiday. And then basically what it outputs here is basically that gives you the narrative, it gives you the opening scenes, gives you a voiceover, and basically runs you through the flow of the conversation. From experience, once you've got your script, the best thing to do is to get the audio in place. Trying to match the audio to the visuals, personal preference hasn't worked amazingly, but doing it the other way around is great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, can you extract out all the voiceover bits from the above? So I can now get on my voiceover bits, and then I'm going to jump over to a product called 11 Labs. So this is 11 Labs. Again, in a separate video, we'll do a deep dive on 11 Labs as well. This is a way for me to create a synthetic voice. In this case, I'm using synthetic voice Wayne.
The greatest part of our happiness depends on our dispositions, not our circumstances.
Now, Wayne was the voice we used for the What is Impossible video with a slight kind of modification in speed and tone. And then I just dropped in my text. So here's my text. And basically, if I generate this, what's going to happen is... It's basically going to...
They say the sky is the limit, but what if we told you there's more? Introducing Hotel Name, a place where dreams don't just take flight, they soar. A retreat that's not just miles away, but light years. A destination where luxury meets infinity.
Okay, so now I've got my audio file. I can download that. And then I'm going to jump across to a product called Midjourney. So Midjourney, if you're not familiar, is a way for generating images that kind of take on a very sci-fi kind of mood, is probably the way to describe it. Now, Midjourney is run, you basically access it through a product called Discord. If you're not familiar with Discord, it's kind of like Slack for people under 25. So inside of here, what you can do is you can basically give it a prompt, like an image description. These are the ones I've generated from this from the script, and it basically will generate you 4 previews, and then you can choose if you want to upscale any of them or create variants, etc., etc. So, for example, all I did here was I went into the script, I grabbed the opening scene, I grabbed family looking through a telescope in the backyard. I grabbed all these different prompts. And then I would drop them into here by just using, and again, separate video for this, but you just do Imagine, and then you write your prompt with some configuration things around like photorealistic, cinematic view, ratio, orientation. And then after, say, 30, 45 seconds, it will generate your image, and then you can upscale it into this and then download it. Okay, so this is the product for video editing. It's called Runway ML.com. It's got a load of different tools in it, but the main one is things like text. So you can write a prompt and it'll generate a video, or you can upload an image and generate the video. So that's what we've been using for our ones, where basically you go into here, you pick your image, and then it will generate the video. We can easily do text, so you can say, you could say a rocket flying through the sky. And then if you press generate, it's going to generate the video. If you do preview, it's just going to give you 4 thumbnails, which you can then use that image as a seed to get the style of that in your generated video. It will generate you a 4-second video. They added a new feature a couple of days ago whereby you can now extend that 4-second video in 4-second increments up to 16 seconds, which is really cool. And we've done that on a few in here. now we have our video editor. Now I've uploaded the audio already, so I'm just going to drag that onto the timeline. And okay, now one thing which is interesting with Runway ML is some of the images that were generated by Midjourney, like for example this one. Just drop it on here. Like this one, obviously, this would be a lovely image of a child looking out space. But Runway ML have quite stringent content guidelines around using. I'm imagining children in the video kind of generation thing, so it'll block it, which is awesome. So now we're going to basically add the human element into this, which is where we're going to add in our videos we've generated. So here's the first one that I generated. So this was the still. And then let's expand this out. And then we play it. Okay. Now this, I did the extended 8 seconds one, but I think actually we don't need it. I think 4, where it cuts to on the audio is probably the best place. We're now going to drop in the second clip, which is of the hotel room. Okay. And then on this one, I'm going to actually, I'm going to bring this to there. And then I'm just going to extend this one back again, just so we get a bit of fluidity. Then the next one. Okay, so then we're just going to grab in the next video. Again, this one is an 8 seconds one. Going to drop this down. And then we're just going to drop in this one. Now, these are probably not the best videos for this, but obviously we're just doing this for the demo purpose so you can see. Okay, so now we're up to about 18 seconds of match. Now, if I press play from here, this is what we get.
They say the sky is the limit, but what if we told you there's more? Introducing Hotel Name, a place where dreams don't just take flight, they soar. A retreat that's not just miles away but light years. A destination where luxury meets infinity. We've redefined exploration. We've reimagined travel. We've reached for the stars so that you can too.
So you can see how if you just repeated that process a few more times, like this demo is probably, with the creation of the videos, maybe taken 15, 20 minutes, something like that. But within a 1 hour period, you could create a 1 minute trailer of your hotel. Once that's finished, we can then export it, upload it, etc., do all the different things. We can even then take that clip and put it into another product. And it will basically cutscene it and split it up into little, like 150 micro 5-6 second videos, which you can then share on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, etc., etc. But basically that's it. That's basically how we go about creating the What is Impossible video and how you could create your own videos and use these different tools to link them all together. Most of them tools you can use a free account with, but even if you add all the tools together, and you just wanted to do it for a month and have all the access, you're probably talking less than $40 to do that process. So if you have any questions or is any other different tools you'd like us to show on ml.run Academy, please let me know by contacting us at ml.run.com. Thank you very much for your time.